fatal heart impacts, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose, pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet out. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty, hello everybody. This is Kiru's show here, and now we'll start with Izuku Midoriya. The man is walking through a house, and he's waiting for anything. The moment he does walk through a corridor, somebody does try to throw a knife into his chest. Midoriya bringing his hand up and being able to twist their arm. As Midoriya does so, he does twist the knife directly up into the man's back, before grabbing him by his face and slamming it down at the edge of a counter. As he does so, he is asking questions, and simply just telling them all to listen to him now. Join him or die. Join him or die. It's that simple. Many liken refusing to join Midoriya, and him ending the night with a pile of corpses around him, as he does just stand with the last surviving man. The man, he's still partially transformed, as he was ripped in two. Midoriya just asking him why he didn't want to join him, and Lycan refuses to answer. So he's just staring at Midoriya as he does this growl, and revert back to his human form as he dies. As Midoriya does go to stand, as he does then look down at all the blood in his hands, before the pile of corpses he sits atop turns into people he does recognize. As Midoriya, he jumps awake, waking from his nightmare. Now, the moment Midoriya does actually do that, he does just smash his hand into the shipping container behind him, denting the wall, before he does just try to steady himself, steady his mind. Calm down, calm down. It was just a nightmare. Just a nightmare. Now, as Midoriya is thinking those words, he does feel it. He's getting hungry again. And soon enough he's going to have to feed. Because of them, villain activity recently has been down. And now they're in a new city, they need to make sure that that stays down. Okay. Now, Midoriya is wondering about all of this. Wondering if they can even really win. How is he supposed to end a war that's been going on forever? It makes no sense. Now, Celine, she actually would unlock the container Midoriya's in, as she does ask him if he's okay. Her shining a flashlight inside. Yeah. I'm fine. Her walking in, as she does bring up a lighter and light an old candle, asking him if he had another one of those dreams. Yeah, I did. Except there's been improvements. How exactly do you improve a nightmare? Well, for one, I didn't see my mother in it. Ah, I see, that is good news. But was it about... Yes. It was about that year. I see. Well, would you like some help? I'm fine. Just leave me alone. Young man, mentally you are not well. Yeah, I've been this way since I was a kid. Just getting hungry again. I see. You do know that as the days go by, you will begin to feel more like this. This isn't a problem you can ignore. If you wish to speak about it or ask questions, I would be willing to help you. Sure. I don't have any questions right now, though. But the first immortal, I'm just. My conversation with him really rattled me. I've been thinking about my dad a lot. And, well, I'm just thinking. I remember looking for the autopsy report one day in public records. His body was burned badly, but they found traces of an unknown chemical component, along with silver in his blood. Or traces of it, at least. It's made me think about it a lot. I see. Anything else? Not really, no. The body was so badly damaged, they said that parts of the biomass are missing. I just hope that they didn't take a bite out of him. Now, Celine, she actually would look around, seeing that metal case that the immortal did set down. Her actually going to pick it up, opening it and seeing that there's still one vial left. What is this? Oh, that's the container. Ah, you didn't take it? No, I've been on the fence about it. I thought I should save it, since I can already walk in the day. But at the same time, I'm sort of hungry. You know, I see. Well, I believe you should drink it. I can hunt down villains. No, not right now. This should keep you preoccupied for a little bit. At least provide you a few hours, or a day at least, at the minimum. You can take a day off from hunting. Not to kill someone for once. Alright, but what about. I believe that we can take care of it. What do you mean? The coven. What? This city. There's a coven. I know of its location. We can head there during the day. If this stuff does work. And whenever they see us walk through the front door, well, it could provide some useful backing on our side. I see. But I'm curious now. Now, Celine, she does just pull out the vial. Talking about how Midoriya, he does need to eat, does he not? Midoriya trying to say a few words. However, she does just stand over Midoriya. And she does go to sit down on his lap. Midoriya, confused as she does, pop the top of the vial and begin to put it in Midoriya's mouth. Now, Midoriya does drink the blood. As Celine, she does watch Midoriya look through the memories. Now, she does actually pull the vial out of his mouth and go to sit it down to the side. As some blood is beginning to pour out of Midoriya's mouth and run down his chin. Celine watching that, she actually does go to bring up her finger and wipe it away. Now, Celine, she's directly in front of Midoriya. As Midoriya, he does snap back to reality, looking right at Celine. Huh. That was strange. I believe so. But this. Are you sure that you would want to go. Hmm? Yeah, but I have a question for you. Celine, hearing the words that seem so foreign to her, are you willing to take a step out in the light? I will give it a try. Now, we actually do then cut to an hour later, where the sun is about to break through the horizon. And Midoriya, he does walk up the pathway to the roof. Him getting on the halfway point before turning and heading up the stairs again, as he does open the door. Now, Midoriya, he does then turn around, watching the sunrise, asking Celine if she would like to give it a try. This way, in case it does start to burn, she can just jump backwards, or move her hand away from the lights. Is she ready? Now, Celine does just begin to start walking up the stairs, as Toga actually has come running up, asking Celine if she's really going to risk it. It's worth a try. Now, we do just have Midoriya standing there, as Celine should just reach out, her hands shaky and hesitant before she actually has to stick her finger into the light. And her hand doesn't burn. Toga actually seeing that as surprise goes across her face. Her then walking to the light and having the sun glare in her face, before she just walk out and up to Midoriya. Her then saying the next few words as she does actually get a bit close with Midoriya. It's beautiful. Midoriya wrapping his arm around her and telling her that yeah, it is. It's something that you really don't look at a lot. I see. I haven't seen it in a long time. Yeah, I see it every day. I think there's a difference. Vampires are so thrown out of the world. They're out of the loop. And I have an idea. I thought that I could just try it with regular vampires. But now that I think about it, the immortal's blood is key to it. What if we bite other vampires and turn them into us? What do you mean? Think about it. If we promised them a walk in the daylight, what do you think they'd do? We're taking away one of their only weaknesses. In fact, the only thing that they'd be hurt against is Nightshade. I see. Quite peculiar. Then again, what if vampires revolt? Easy. We kill them. I don't like that. Celine, it's really one of the only options we do have. Alright. Now, with that being said, Toga actually would take a step out into the light, asking about why it's so bright out here. Roya saying that she hasn't seen it in 5 years. It's going to be bright. Now, with that, the three do actually pile into a car. Toga actually talking about how it's so great that she doesn't need to be in the trunk anymore, and about how she can actually stretch her legs out and have room back here. As Celine, she does actually drive to the convent. Now, they do eventually pull up in front of the gates. As Celine, she does step out of the vehicle and walk directly up to the gate, pressing a button on the wall. Now, we do cut to inside, where security, they've already locked down the entire convent for daylight. And somebody in the security room actually does look over at the monitor, hearing the bell ring. Them looking surprised, and then confused, and then their eyes do somewhat widen, A death dealer is walking in the daylight. That's impossible. Now, with that being said, they do ask her to state her business. Her explaining that she comes bearing an offer, and as they can see, it's an offer they really do not want to refuse. That being where the person on the other end does actually go to leave. Going to explain to the elder in charge of this coven about it. Now, this is whenever the gates do open. Celine heading back to the car as they do pull up. The front door is overridden and they are allowed to walk inside. Now, the very moment they walk inside, the doors are immediately closed behind them, and the security gate is brought back down. As everyone is staring at these three. Now, the elder would walk forwards, asking exactly how is it they can do that. It should be impossible. With all due respect, sir, what are we going stating? Talking about how he is the number one when it comes to the impossible. And who might you be? Oh, me? I guess you can call me something special. Clearly you are. However, your scent is not of a vampire, nor is it of a wolf. Well, I'm not human either, so try again. Now, the death dealers do bring up their weapons, as the elder does immediately bring up his hand, telling them all to stand down. He knows what he is. Surprising. I guess leaving one man alive and with a one arm does pay wonders. My reputation is pretty big, isn't it? You've been outrunning us for a long time, and now you come walking right through our front door. I can't tell if you're stupid or you have a plan. Clearly. Which one do you think it is, I wonder? Because if you think I'm just stupid, then I can tell you from experience, a lot of people have made that mistake. Him then turning to Celine, asking her exactly what happened. We come bearing an offer. Join us. We are getting together a resistance. A resistance. You can't be serious. We are. Rowan stating. Talking about how they all need to know this. They've met with the first immortal. What they're going to do is they're going to put an end to the war. And Midoriya talking about how he doesn't care how many people will die. This stupid war will come to an end. They're going to try and ask for peace. If they're able to sustain it with a lichen, then they'll be able to coexist. And he will give them a gift once that does happen. Now, everyone is confused. As Celine, she actually does bring up a knife and prick her finger. Holding out her finger, talking about how it's the ability to walk in the sun. This gift will not come cheaply. Now, the elder does just stare at Celine's blood. And for a minute he does consider it. The ability to walk in the day. This would just improve them dramatically. Their progress so far in the efforts, they'd be unstoppable. They'd be undefeatable. They'd be invincible. Now, the elder does simply just refuse Celine's offer. This being where many people in the coven do actually begin to go into an uproar. Now, with that, Midoriya he actually just change. Him drastically changing into his form, before just screaming out as loud as he can, before changing back. Everyone watching Midoriya do that, as he does tell the old man that he is stupid. We are all giving you the chance to choose. stay in the dark or move into the light. Besides, all of you must know me from all that in that entrance at least. I'm the Abomination, the hybrid of lichen and vampire, and the direct descendant of the first immortal. Well, let's see, my uncles would be William and Marcus. And from what I hear, all of you are afraid of Marcus. I can tell you one thing. You should be afraid of me too. Now, I will ask once again, who is willing to step into the light? We will give you blood, and we will take you with us. Pledge yourself to our efforts, and we can help end the war. Now, the elder does watch as some people step forwards, immediately, and others begin to whisper to themselves. The elder then talking about how this is all preposterous, and that it should not be allowed. Now, Midoriya, he actually would step forwards. The old man bringing his hand up when his security team does go for the ready, as the old man does assume that Midoriya, being a new lichen or new being, is still weak. Now, he does just go to bring his hand up to Midoriya's throat at incredible speed. The moment he actually do that, Midoriya did matches grabbing his wrist, as the man is looking as Midoriya didn't even transform. Now, Midoriya's eyes do begin to shift, and his nails do get longer, as so do Midoriya's teeth. Midoriya maintaining this halfway mode, as Midoriya then does actually just break the man's arm, him trying to use his other hand and jab his fingers in Midoriya's eyes. Midoriya bringing up his other hand and simply just catching his arm easily, before twisting it around and breaking it fully. Now, Midoriya, he then just does push the old man towards the ground, and step forwards onto the man's right kneecap, beginning to put pressure down. Looking down at him, saying that he made a mistake trying to underestimate him. You thought I was weak. That's just the thing. The older you get, the more naive you become. You believed you can defeat me just because of your experience. I've experienced too, running from you bastards for my entire life. Every waking moment, making sure to take careful precautions just to make sure I'm not found. Midoriya then actually pulling something out of his pocket, as he does hold up a small little ball, talking about how, and he also does know about this stuff, right? Nightshade, incredibly deadly to us, or them at least. Before walking over and setting it one down in the man's mouth. The man beginning to scream violently and convulse, almost as if he's just drank poison. Midoriya actually holding up 3 berries and then putting them all in his mouth, and chewing them all, swallowing them and then opening his mouth to reveal that he did actually eat them, saying that their leaders are weak and he is strong. Now, follow him and he will lead them to the new world. Now, many different vampires actually do begin to rejoice at this offer, as a few do try and sneak away. The moment Midoriya actually does spot them, he does order everyone to open fire. Now, with this happening, Midoriya has effectively taken over the Covenant, and his new army will soon happen. All Midoriya does need to do is ally himself with some lichen, and then he can really get things where he wants them to be. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. Have an amazing night. I'll catch you guys in the next part.